What's up, guys? It's Monty back with another MontyVerse trailer reaction. This time I'm going to be reacting to the new official trailer for Season 3 of The Boys. I love The Boys. I love the show. I've read the comic book. I think I'm a little bit more a fan of the show than I am the comic book. The show does a couple of things different than the comic book does, and I really just like Eric Kripke and what he's been able to do with these characters and all the fun he has playing around in this world. And of course, Season 3 is the highly anticipated season that features Jensen Ackles, one of my favorites, playing Soldier Boy, which is a character from the comics. But before we talk about all this, let's just get right into the trailer because I have not seen it yet and I'm super excited to watch it.
So, let me say it again, Cam. I may be a superhero, but I'm also just a man who fell in love with the wrong woman. Just a man who fell for the wrong woman. Fell for the wrong woman. But out of crisis comes change. Out of crisis comes change. So I spent the last year really slowing down and reconnecting with myself. And I am very excited for everyone to meet their real
Star
me.
is so good.
There's something wrong with Homelander.
Yeah, you think?
There's something broken. He's lost his fucking mind.
Love, mommy, daddy, and Abu. Hey, yo!
We've been on the straight and narrow all year. No killing Soups, no drinking. Even follow Hugh Campbell's orders without strangling him.
Now you're just being cruel.
Or maybe you're not such an asshole.
People love superpowers. But real power isn't this. It's the ability to bend the world to your will.
The gloves are off.
Thought we could fight Vought the right way, but we can't. It's all rigged. We have to do it your way.
We're all we've got. It's up to us. I think I have something. Maybe we can use it to blow Homelander's fucking brains out.
What's this?
Makes you a soup for 24 hours. You're gonna need it.
The whole point of what we do is that no one should have that kind of power.
For once, I'll level the fucking playing field.
I show people the real me.
Lot going on.
I mean, they fucking love me. Fuck!
Christ. Soldier Boy.
That's crazy. Okay. Alright, that was a very good trailer, and there's a lot going on in this trailer. There is a heck of a lot going on in this trailer. The first thing that jumped out at me, the boys will be getting powers this season. We kind of knew that already from the teaser trailer. They do have powers in the comics. That's something that they do have there. But they take the pure Compound V in the comics. It looks like here it's going to be a sort of temporary Compound V supplement that they're taking that only gives them powers for 24 hours. And I like that so much more. Because in the comics, they do come across a little hypocritical. And it seems at times that they're a little too OP. And they're able to just take on these soups head to head. Where I like in the show so far, when they haven't had powers, they've had to use their brains and they had to use tactics a little bit more. So I'm glad they're kind of giving them this 24-hour time limit. And I'm very curious to see where they take this storyline. I mean, obviously it's going to be used for dramatic effect at some point in the season. Oh man, we got to do this before our time limit runs out. But it also looks like it may be sort of addicting. They may treat it as like a drug abuse type of storyline. And I think that's really cool. But again, I really like the change of having it have a time limit. We see snips of Victoria Newman in this trailer. You know, there's a lot of stuff left unanswered from the big reveal from last season about her being the telekinetic assassin. So it looks like her and Starlight are not going to be best of buddies. I'm really curious to see what's going on with Hughie this season. It looks like maybe he's going to learn some hard truths, and it's going to kind of skew him more towards Butcher's side. There was a lot going on. There's so much going on. I mean, Homelander is losing his mind. He seems to have everything he wanted, but at the same time, it doesn't seem to make him any happier at all. We see Maeve with the sword at one point, which is kind of cool. But all of that is kind of interesting. But what really has me interested is the introduction of Soldier Boy, Jensen Ackles, Soldier Boy. We see him in this trailer, and what's curious is that the boys are the ones that kind of find him and not Vought. I thought that Vought would be the ones to kind of bring him back, to kind of check Homelander, to kind of keep him in check. But it looks like the boys are going to be the one to revive him or just bring him back into the fold and use him as a deterrent for Homelander, and that's very interesting. It also looks like he has powers. More powers than just the super soldier serum kind of thing that he had in the comics. He looks to be able to do a lot of damage with some sort of energy or radiation blast, whatever it is. But it looks very effective, very powerful. And of course, Soldier Boy in the comics is kind of let's start from here. Payback, the team that Soldier Boy leads, is a riff on the Avengers in the comic books, whereas the Seven is an amalgam, a version of the Justice League, an alternate, like kind of the boys' version of the Justice League. Payback is the boys' version of the Avengers, where Soldier Boy is their version of Captain America. Except in the comics, he has this kind of same backstory that he was a super soldier from World War II. We find out that he's really a legacy character, and all of that backstory is bullshit, and it's just, it's been 3 different people playing the same person through all these years. But in the show, it looks like they're making him more of a true Captain America substitute, which I really like. And it looks like they're evoking a lot of the imagery of Captain America. Just from, like, especially the Infinity War look. That scene where he's pounding a guy on the ground with the shield looks like a scene that they have in one of the trailers for Infinity War that I remember, of Steve Rogers just using the Wakandan shields to hit at the Chitauri, the Outlanders, the Chitauri army. And I just think that I really like that. I really like the choice, because for us as a general audience, we're going to make a lot of those visual connections, to Captain America from Soldier Boy. So I really kind of like how they're doing that. And I don't know, I might just be remembering this, but I know a lot of people had fan casted Jensen Ackles as Captain America and wanted him to play the role back before Chris Evans was cast, and he just didn't have the time with Supernatural. But I kind of like how this is kind of a wink and a nod to that, because you have him playing a Captain America type. So I'm very curious to see what happens with Soldier Boy this season, because it really looks like it's going to be an alpha male competition between him and Homelander. And then, of course, you throw a superpowered Billy Butcher into that, and what could possibly go wrong? Who knows? But I'm really, really curious to see what happens. And, of course, there's the other members of Payback. We got a poster for Payback over the weekend, and we saw some of the characters. We saw Crimson Countess. We saw a young Gunpowder, who's going to be played by Sean Patrick Flannery, who we did see briefly in the trailer. And we also saw Crimson Countess in the trailer, I believe, if I remember correctly. So I'm really curious to see what happened, what kind of went wrong with that team for Vought to kind of put him on ice. Because is it possible that maybe this version of the character did fight in World War II when they were filming one of their Vought propaganda movies, something in him snapped and he got war flashbacks, and that kind of is the reason why they had to put him on ice and they replaced Payback with the Seven. So I'm really curious to see where that storyline leads. It sounds very exciting to me, and the introduction of all of these new super characters is really cool this season, because I feel like we didn't get too many super introductions last season, and this season it seems like they're just throwing a lot more soups at us, which is very, very cool. We didn't get too much more of anything else. We know there's going to be a musical episode this season that's going to involve Frenchie. We know that they're going to adapt the Hero-gasm storyline from the comics, which is, we better not even talk about that. But So far, I really like the changes they made to Soldier Boy. In the comic, Soldier Boy was more of a naive Boy Scout leader. He didn't curse. He was pretty dumb in a way. I mean, there's a controversial aspect to his character in the comics where Homelander tricks him into having sex with him every year because he thinks it's a initiation, it's a trial to join the Seven, because Soldier Boy in the comics is obsessed with joining the Seven because that is a higher tier team than Payback in the comic books. So it looks like they're getting rid of that, and they're making this version of Soldier Boy a very formidable character, which I think is very cool. I want him to be dangerous. I want him to really pose a huge threat to Homelander, something that Homelander's never had to face before. Someone who was not smarter than him, but someone, or, you know, who blackmailed him, someone who was his equal physically as well as mentally, is very interesting to see in this series. But that's going to be it for today, guys. What did you think of The Boys Season 3 trailer? Drop your comments down below. If you liked the video, give it a huge thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our latest content. We have character bios, we have breakdowns, we have trailer reactions, all of that and more. So, until next time, guys, stay versed.